Hey guys, I'm back here with another how to learn video. If you guys aren't familiar with this series, I'm going to teach you guys how to learn a song. So today, we're going to be learning My Curse. This song took me 13 takes to record a cover all the way through, which I'll link in the description and in the video icons. So you guys can play along with my cover, you can listen to it, and we can see up close how I'm playing too while I'm showing you guys this stuff. And I have it up here on my computer too. So the song's in drop C, which is C, G, C, F, A, E. So let's get tuned and then let's get started. Awesome transition. So now that we're tuned, we're going to go over the song structure. This song is an intro, verse, kind of pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, breakdown, and then outro. So we're just going to go through each section. I'm going to timestamp each section too, so you guys can skip around if you want. And yeah, so let's get started. I'll play the intro for you guys. We're using Nick Nocturnal's tab. So yeah, let's get to playing.
For comfortable, durable, description below. Hey.
That was his ad. It's fine. Okay, so. Okay, so iconic riff, really iconic riff. I also have my cover up too, so we can do that. It's kind of the same, but it's just repeating the same 3 chord shapes over and over. So we have this one here, and we have the tabs too. So let's do that. So, like that. Then this one, and then the second or the third one, we're just moving our pinky and our ring finger. So we're going 4th string, and then we're moving our like that. So, and this is really picking heavy. So once you guys get those chord shapes down, this is something that I haven't I recently started doing. If you watch your picking hand, it helps a lot, actually. So, watch your picking hand if you're having trouble getting the right notes. And this is the part that I messed up the most when I was recording. So when I said it took me 13 takes to get this song recorded all the way through, this was most of the mistakes. Because, I don't know. I was just messing up the picking. I was missing a string or something. So, and then I want to talk about minimizing finger movement. So this is a pretty big jump, right? But as you can see, trying to not move your fingers so much. And then especially for this one, I know sometimes if you're a beginner, you'll like, I did this too. You'll like pick up all your fingers and then move them all, but you really don't need to do that. So, because we're just moving these two. We're just moving these two. So like that, right? And play it slow, as I always say, play it slow. If you guys can't get it at full speed, just slow it down. No big deal. Everyone practice it slower. I practiced it slower. So yeah. Other than that, intro part is clean with delay and some flanger if you guys like. And then it kind of like double time, so we're going for the distortion part. making sure that rings out, so you want to kind of keep your fingers out the way. But yeah, that was all I really had for the intro. If you guys had any questions on that, always leave them in the comments down below, and I actually do respond. And if you guys need a supplementary video, I do that too. So let's move on to the verse distortion part. Oh, yeah, the verse, pre-chorus verse-ish thing. Yep. And that's kind of like the pre-chorus. So for this thing, what did I have written down? So we got the little slide. There we go. So slides can, yeah, it's just a little slide, like 4 to 6 or 5 to 6. And then another one. Kind of like that. And the pitch, so we got that pitch harmonic, right? So that one's a little hard to catch. As you can see, it'll be different for every guitar, but you can see mine is kind of like right there on the, in terms of pickups and where my hand is. Other thing, if you guys are struggling to get it, more distortion and face your guitar towards the amp. And I got the Black Star Mini thing, so the feedback's not the greatest. But if you guys got a real amp and you're facing the guitar, the feedback will be insane. You'll hit pinches a lot better too. So that's just a little thing. So if you guys are playing this live, I mean, I wouldn't recommend not facing the crowd for the whole show. However, if you want to really hit that gnarly pinch harmonic first time and get the crowd like, oh my god, he hit the pinch, like that, just face the amp for that first one. And then we'll get into the second verse. There's a little difference in the pre-chorus. So why am I even talking about? I did not separate that correctly. So let's go into the pre-chorus then. That's really all it said. And that's the riff. Where there's a lot of 2000s metalcore that's like this. You got your higher mid strings, and then we got the zero in the middle just to bass it out, make it heavier. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll move to the pre-chorus now. Okay, messed that up. We're trying that again. So very similar to the verse riff. However, it's a little different just to like transition us into the chorus. So we got some dullas, as I like to call them. So just like 2 16th notes, 8th note. So da-da-da, da-da-da, da-la-la, da-la-la, da-la, 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 and then this is you guys really want to keep this tight, especially for the first pre-chorus. So if you guys can hear Nick over here, you can hear the little 16th note or 8th note, 16th note rest in between each one. So if you want to be really tight. So we're palm muting, and we got our hand here. It's not doing nothing. It could be, but I think you guys can hear the difference. So I'm muting in between, and it takes a little bit, and I'm thinking about it now too much. But yeah, so there's that. And then, as I said, the second pre-chorus is a little bit not as staccato, and I'll show you guys that when we get to that. But we're now onto the chorus, except there's not really much to say, because it's the same as our distortion intro riff. It's exactly the same. Oh, look, the sun's coming out. Great, I'm gonna get washed out. Fantastic. So yeah, I'll just play the chorus for you guys so you can play along with me. But like I said, same as the intro riff. And we got those slidey things. That's just like, and he says 19 and 3. Just slide down from wherever you land and slide up from wherever you land. It's not that big a deal. So yeah, verse 2, same exact thing. So we're not gonna really go over that. However, we are gonna go over that. Oh shoot, shooty. We're going to go over this part now. As you guys can see, no 16th note rest there. So we are like, we're letting it go. And I think you guys should be able to hear this in my cover as well. You can see it's really tight there. And then it's like slammed, like, oh my gosh. They cut out that. It's really a small change, but it really makes the difference between a great song and a good song. It's really cool that they did that. Chorus, same thing. So we're not gonna go over that. So now we have the bridge and the breakdown. So I'm gonna play it as I have been, and then I'll go over the notes I have for it. That's really loud. I need to talk louder. I'll stop it there so we can like break it up. So I have notes here for these double stops. In all of my how to learn videos, basically, when there's a double stop, I talk about muting and how to mute the strings, and I'm going to do it again. And if you guys are watching the series, I guess, you're going to be annoyed because I say this all the time. But if you're a new viewer, you got to know. So if you notice, I'm picking like a madman. I think I should copyright that term, picking like a madman. But as you can see, you can only hear the 5th and 3rd string no matter how hard I pick, right? And that's pretty cool. So how do I do that? Black magic. Yep, that's the answer, black magic. Nope, the answer is muting. So if you guys can see, when I'm doing my double stop, I have my finger there. So this is not making noise, right? It's muted. So it'll help if I turn that. Right? You can't really hear that 6th string. And then it's all in the 1st finger, right? And then my 1st finger is a little arched, but not too much. So then it mutes this. It mutes the C string now, the 4th string. So, and you can also do the little muting fancy thing with your pinky too if you're feeling really crazy. But I don't really try to do that. So, and then by the 3rd string, my pick's kind of going out more than down. So then you miss the bottom 2. And you can use your 3rd finger too. I just prefer to use my pinky. I feel like I'm more mobile. I can slide easier. So yeah. And then for the also outro W riff, he has it as all picking. But if you guys are struggling a little, you can do pull-offs for now. I did pull-offs for the longest time when I was in high school and before I revisited this song, but revisiting, I'm like, I should be able to play it all pick, so. Or you can go. That is perfectly fine. 99% of normal people won't be able to notice the difference anyways, and if it sounds right, you can talk to more women or something, and yeah, you get yourself a goth baddie just by doing pull-offs instead of picking it. And yeah, or don't, because guitar doesn't actually get you women, but in the off chance that, yeah. Like that, it's a... You do have to pick the 16 notes, all of them. Kind of a pain in the ass, not gonna lie. Not my favorite part. And I just hit the, I am sore. My arms are sore, so I'm struggling a little bit, but kind of like that. So yeah. And then, same thing. And I'm kind of economy picking, alternate picking, I guess. So the 3rd string's down, picking down, and then up, and then down again. So like that. So I think that's good on that part. And then let's go to the next section, which might be the outro. No, it's not. It's the chord part. So I'm going to stop there. he has the fancy, like, big chord, which you can do. Personally, I ain't doing all that. So, like that. Easy, less fingers involved. So if you guys are like, Nick Nocturnal, why do you have all these? It's so much work to change, right? Yeah, I agree. So just do the bar chords. Controversial, I know. Okay, and then the outro part I'll play, and then we'll go over finish up, because the outro part is very similar to the breakdown. Right, and we already went over that, so fantastic.
Hey guys.
Yeah. All right. So outro part. I'd say hardest part is that end part where they're fading out and they're going. Because if you mess up once, then you're in an endless loop. It's like if you have the delay pedal and then you hit, and then it just goes on forever. It's kind of like that. So you want to practice that economy picking a little bit more. Jeez Louise, it's like I've entered heaven. My gosh. Okay. So yeah. You just want to practice that. Maybe a little more than the rest or other parts that are a little bit easier. Definitely more than the bar chord part. That's not. You guys got the bar chord part. Come on, it's the lead parts that most people struggle with. So yeah. But yeah. I think that was good. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave comments, and I will respond. I promise I'll respond. Even if it's 10 years from now, I will respond unless I die in 10 years, which would be that turn really dark really fast. So yeah. Hopefully, I am alive to respond to your comments, but I will respond and help you guys because this is a classic song. A lot of people know this song, so if you guys can play it, that means, like I said, there's a chance you get a goth baddie. It's not looking likely though, because let's be honest, if you're good enough to play this song, you should just stop. Just stop. If you're good enough to play this song, stop. And go back to the strumming the G, D, and A chord around a campfire. And that's the skill cap you need. So yeah. Other than that, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I post covers. So if you guys want to practice along with this cover, I will link it for you guys. And you'll be able to hear me playing. There's also going to be a playlist linked of all the other How to Learn songs. So if you guys see another song you want to learn, you can learn it along with me and how to learn it. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to say, and it's kind of dragging on in the video. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.